Hi, I'm Zack, backstage at Livewire with Rai from Thirsty Merc. We're here, night's, going well, and thanks so much for being here with us, man.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so you guys are a big deal, like in Australian culture. You've been around for 15 years. You've just, you've had an album 3 years ago. You're going strong. So how do you keep it fresh after all that time?
Well, it's a great question. I think I think, look, we love what we do. We're great friends. We do try and have as consistent an output of solid material musically and, the recordings that we do. And we also like to do the same with the live touring side of things. So I guess it's all about having, it sounds cheesy, but it is about having a passion for what you do and then, thinking longer term. It's a bit of a war of attrition out there, so yeah.
Oh, it's great, and you've got your anniversary tour coming up. So where are you guys going? Where are you going to be?
Well, we've already done a stack of dates to leading up to celebrate our 15-year anniversary. We've just announced, well, we haven't announced, we will be announcing on next week, a bunch through April and May 2018. We're going to be going to Tasmania. We went to North Queensland, all the way down from Cairns, did Airlie Beach, Townsville, that kind of stuff, and then we're going to Perth. We've got a couple of gigs with Rai Thistlethwaite, so that's going to be a fun experience.
Oh, yeah.
We're going a lot of different places, a few metropolitan places, but a lot of regional and even some rural stuff this time, so it's going to be good.
Oh, that's great. So, and how's it like being like an independent musical producer now that you've had your deal, you've changed it up now?
Well, it's something that we never really anticipated the way that the industry was going to change so much. We've always been a band to be, pretty gung-ho about doing things ourselves anyway. But it is really good to understand the structuring that goes on with things like, publishing, record labels, management, all that kind of stuff. And, we've been doing it for quite a long time now, so we've got a pretty good handle on our own affairs anyway for our specific little project. And it's been a really challenging but very rewarding experience. And, I don't know what the game is going to look like in 10 years from now because, as we all know, technology's changing so crazily fast. But it has let communication become instantaneous, global, and you can self-publish now. You can put things out when you want, how you want, and they can reach a global audience. So that's really, really encouraging for anyone who's just creating output. You don't need all of those huge gatekeepers and all those massive corporations to sort of hold you. I mean, they're still there. They're monetizing that side of it as well in their own ways now. But still, it lets you get started, and if you've been in a long time, you can actually continue in an independent fashion, and it gives you more of a sense of doing what you want, how you want, when you want. And I think that for artists who are often very impulsive sort of people, they want to, they don't want to wait around too long. When they've got the inspiration, they want that to reach the audience as quick as possible. So, even social networks have allowed us to have that direct dialogue with fans. So it's been really, really interesting and cool.
Oh, that's great. So speaking of inspiration, are there any new musical projects coming up with you or the band?
We've got this tour coming up. I think we're announcing about 20-something shows with that. And I'm actually going to Japan to play a jazz club in Tokyo with another friend of mine who's a jazz guitarist. And then I've been working with another band called Knower, Knower. Sort of like an electronic sort of jazz thing. So yeah, I'm playing keyboards for a few other people as well, which has been really fun.
Oh, it sounds fantastic. All right, well, thanks very much for being with us here tonight. Thanks for playing at Livewire, and
It's been awesome.
Have a good tour.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.